Diane in Denmark here, and rah rah rah, it is Thursday, which we call Little Friday here in Denmark. It's not just any old Thursday, it's actually World Book Day today, and I've got a couple of books to show you. Now, do not worry, I'm not decluttering these ones. As I've mentioned before, I don't hold on to books. My husband loves books, my daughter loves books, and they like to keep them. I read them once and then take them back to the library or take them back to the book exchange. But I have a few things that really mean a lot to me book-wise, and I'm just going to share them with you today because a lot of you have asked about the Jeeves books, the P.G. Wodehouse ones. And my all-time, I mean, I love all the Wodehouse, Jeeves and Worcester books, but there's one particular one, and I'm even laughing just thinking about the thing. It's called The Code of the Woosters. This is an omnibus version, but The Code of the Woosters. And if you don't know the Wodehouse books, they're quite archaic English language. But once you get into them, you're either going to love it or you'll hate it. And my husband always knows when I'm reading Wodehouse in bed because my shoulders start shaking and I start laughing. There are very few things that kind of make me laugh out loud. I can kind of smile and giggle at things, but I just go, I make little noises when I'm reading the Jeeves books. So that's that one, and I've got several, and I keep my Wodehouse ones because I reread Wodehouse just to give me a wee lift when I need a lift. And the other one is from my childhood. Now this is actually the second book of the same thing, and you can see it's absolutely falling to bits. And it's called The Detective's Handbook, and it's one of the Usborne books. And as a child, I loved this book to bits, and my mum knows it inside out as well. And it's all about how to be a spy. When I was a child, I wanted to be a detective, I wanted to be a spy, and my friends and I, we would play, we were Starsky and Hutch, or we were with Charlie's Angels, and all those things. And I just loved this book so much. As I said to you, that this is the second one I had. I actually had one before this, and it's full of great tips, like when you're a spy, how to blend in with your surroundings, like make a suit, wear a suit made of wallpaper. That's one that Mum and I always talk about. Anyway, this book, I loved it so much. And when my daughter and son were smaller, they looked at, Mum's book and what is this, and it's just full of great spy things. So I actually bought, there's a new version available and probably another one, and I just loved seeing that this book is still going strong. They've updated the information a bit, so it's not quite so cheesy, but anyway, those are ones which I will never let go of. Anyway, we are on to we're on to day, here we go, 18 of our 40-day habit challenge. Now, you're all doing different things, and some of you are doing exercise, some of you are eating more vegetables, some of you are working on really nailing down that evening routine. I'm kind of leading you through a little declutter challenge for those of you who need that. And as I said to you yesterday, in the kitchen I've got nothing to declutter. So I've been having a look downstairs, and here's today's item. And the box isn't old, the box is quite new because I wear Gabor shoes. But inside, and I think I've shown this on another time when I was decluttering, which I didn't get rid of, and these are my wedding shoes. Now, again, why on earth have I been holding on to these? I've got pictures of our wedding. We've been married for 20 years. We got married in Edinburgh. My husband is Danish. We met when we were both working for judges at the Court of Justice in Luxembourg, and we got married in Edinburgh and then came to live here. That's the story, a long time ago. And I don't know why, well, I do know why I was holding on to the shoes, because it's when you've got a lot of clutter, and the thing is, like, with the Marie Kondo thing, she says, start with all the things that are not sentimental, like kitchen equipment, or clothes, or we start with all those things, and then you can deal with the more sentimental stuff. And I'm now at a point, because I've been Flylady for so many years, and I have been holding on to these, and now I'm ready to let them go. And I just want to encourage you, if you're finding it difficult with these kind of items, don't worry about these things. Put those to the side, because also somebody left a comment on Instagram yesterday about what to do with Christmas cards, and Christmas cards that come in with pictures on them. If you're not ready to deal with that, just save those for another time and work on the other obvious clutter. Like it could be books, or it could be kitchen stuff, hair products. Just keep on putting like with like, and then it's easier to see how much you've got. And now I'm able to deal with the more individual items, and this is why also the 40-day habit challenge is good for me, because I'm now kind of searching for are there things that I'm not using, and why am I holding on to them, like the hats yesterday. So these are going to go now, and also this is a great time of year for me to get to pass them on, because it's confirmation season in Denmark, and I've noticed there's all the white dresses here in the stores and in the charity shop. The charity shop are looking for all the white items right now, white and cream. In Denmark, the church and state are linked, so that the upkeep is paid by our taxes. We all pay church tax, a tiny amount, and the church here is Protestant Lutheran church, just like the Scottish church, not the English church, but the church we have in Scotland. It's the same branch. And confirmation for kids is usually when they'll be like 14 or 15, depending on which area in Denmark they live. Over in Jutland, they tend to do it a bit a year earlier than they do it here in Copenhagen. And the kids all wear like white dresses, or the boys will wear some kind of suit jacket and maybe some fancy jeans, and the girls will wear maybe a pair of white Converse, or white training shoes. So it's not kind of too over the top. Anyway, I'll make another video about that sometime. So to get back to the point, our charity shops are looking for those kind of things like now. So maybe there'll be a wee girl that wants a pair of white shoes instead of a pair of white Converse. Right, so that's that item for the day. And the other thing I want to talk about, also when you're doing this challenge, please don't worry if you're missing a day. If you do miss a day, I've said it before, just chalk up to experience, and next day say, okay, I'm going to get back to it. But also, if you've been tripping up, a couple of times in this challenge, remember to give yourself a kind of safety net. Now, I talked about this on a video that I made. I'll put a link up there, called Routines, Rituals, and something. And I made it just at the beginning of the year. And talking about when we're trying to, we have a new goal and we want to have a new good habit. Instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to do this, have a backup plan. So that if, for example, you don't, say you've said to yourself, okay, I'm going to do 30 minutes of yoga stretching in the morning. If that doesn't happen, say to yourself, well, it's all right, I'll do 5 minutes of exercises when I'm lying in bed at night. Or if you can't get in your morning meditation, you're maybe sitting on the bus to work, and you can put on your headphones and just, do 10 minutes while you're sitting on the bus. Have a kind of backup plan, so that you're not losing it completely, and please make life easy for yourself. Don't go beating yourself up because you didn't do it perfectly. Just move on, just get it done, and one foot in front of the other. And last thing for today, what was I going to mention? We're working the kitchen zone, and I don't know if you noticed today, I don't have my sink caddy there. My sink caddy, I've just run the dishwasher, my sink caddy was having a little spa treatment and was being all zhuzhed and freshened up. So when I empty the dishwasher while I'm uploading this video, my sink caddy will be back there. Just keep on going with your zone cleaning if you're working in the kitchen this week. And again, if you have something like, say you've got a hotspot. My hotspot used to be, do you see it on the next to my diary that sits out there on a kitchen counter, that's the bread bin, and then I've got a couple of tea lights and a wee plant on top. Once you start decluttering, that used to be my hotspot, and that is where I put things during the day, and at the end of the day I remove them all. Once you clear off some kind of hotspot like that, you know, give yourself a little pat on the back, and maybe do something like, you know, buy a little flower, or, you know, something to put there, a picture of family, or I've mentioned this before, Robert Downey Jr. is as Iron Man, and just put something there that shows you've kind of cleared it off and you want to keep it that way. And I picked up some, I don't know what if there's a British name for them, they're called Calancho wee flowers at the supermarket when I was doing my grocery shopping the other day, and they're really cheap, these ones, and they last forever, and even if you don't have green fingers you can't kind of kill them off. And I just put them in wee ramekins that I already have in the kitchen. I don't even buy fancy little plant pots. I mean, just use what you have, and I think they look quite nice here in the kitchen, in the kind of kitchen theme. And you know, I put them there, and it's just to remind me that I'm doing a good job, and I want to keep things this way, and just a couple of minutes effort of putting things away at the end of the day, clearing off your hotspot, it just makes a world of difference. So anyway, I can't think of anything else, and I need to get on my skates, or at least get on the bike. I hope you have fun for World Book Day. Maybe it's time to dust off some old books and read them again, or dust them off, and if you're not going to read them again, pass them on to somebody else who will enjoy them and love them just as much as I love this one. I'm going to have when I have pamper time this evening, when we're having a cup of tea in the living room, I'm going to go down memory lane and read this one again. So anyway, that's it for me. And what else? Oh, it's I got my anti-procrastination task done yesterday. I took down the lights on the deck. That is done, woohoo! And yeah, that's about it. Raining this morning, but we may have sunshine coming today, and we're quite mild today. I think we're about 5 degrees, which I think is 50. Oh, I can never remember. Anyway, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you, and the book hygge, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for we'll be on to number 19. Okay, bye for now.